episode 323.
I think what it is that you're too close to your own story. But when you're telling your story with somebody else, again, it sounds cheesy, but we're helping you and we're helping us learn more about you. And it really is a love process. And I don't know, there's something beautiful and very godlike about it. It's like, wow, I really am all that. We kind of help you through revisiting your story. We help you see how far you've come, all the triumphs that you've made, all the growth that you've done.
Welcome, aftermarketers, to Remarkable Results Radio. Listen to learn just one thing from today's episode on your journey to remarkable results. Hello, automotive aftermarket professionals, and welcome to episode 323 from Remarkable Results Radio. Now here's another interview from Vision 2018 with guest Jennifer Filzen from Rockstar Marketing. I like to have guests on the show like Jennifer. She has a bright, refreshing view, and I know you'll walk away with some great insights as Jennifer explains how she helps shop owners present the best story for their brand. Carm Capriato here, helping to spread the aftermarket truth to the faithful that tune in every week for their dose of remarkable talk radio. Hey, the podcast and this interview is supported by Federal Mogul Motor Parts. They are the reason you enjoy these great aftermarket interviews. Now, you know the brands. You've embraced them for years. Moog, Felpro, Wagner Brake, Anco, Champion, Seal Power, FP Diesel, and more. They're the parts techs trust. Get more information on these brands and the great programs for you at fmmotorparts.com. Hey, it's official. We're engaged with the Automotive Management Institute, AMI, to bring select podcasts for AMI credit. I built a special page to designate which episodes are in the AMI for Credit program. It is at remarkableresults.biz/AMI. Simple and easy to remember. It's also on the menu bar on my website. Now, thousands of aftermarket professionals have earned their professional accreditation and can use the podcast for their continuing certification program and for their normal certification. We started with 6 episodes of the Town Hall Academy, and it looks like we're humming. And thanks to the entire AMI organization and ASA for making this possible. A very proud moment for me and the brigade of aftermarket professionals that have paid it forward so that all ships rise. Hey, and we continue to grow our social connections. So glad to welcome new Facebook friends Michael Gunther, Carl Wood, Krista McNamara, Jeff Hazeltine, and Mike Molesky, and new LinkedIn connections Jim Ornelas, Craig Roll, Bill Thompson, and Steve Tucker. Welcome, everyone. You know, it's so easy to connect with the podcast. Just go to remarkableresults.biz/social, and you'll find every link to get involved, including the free Aftermarket Insider newsletter. Now, welcome my guest, Jennifer Filzen from Rockstar Marketing. Her purpose is to bring joy to millions of people, and she has a proven method that helps shop owners bring their story to life inside their website. Find her bio and the show's talking points at remarkableresults.biz/E323. Now, there's an excitement level in this interview that will keep you engaged as we talk content marketing and how the power of your story connects you to your clients and prospects. We also get into her training seminar she held at Vision 2018 called Fishing for Millennials. Now, meet Jennifer Filzen. Hey, a warm welcome to Jennifer Filzen. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello.
We're at Vision 2018.
Yay!
I know. We met in Apex, Las Vegas.
Yes.
We planned on doing this interview.
Yes.
Well, you're also here at Vision to do some teaching. We're going to cover that in a minute. Well, let's tease the audience. The topic is?
Fishing for Millennials, attracting them with SEO content.
Aha. So you have something to do with getting customers to engage with the service professional through SEO. And we all know what SEO means, search engine optimization.
That's right. Helping them find you when you're typing it in, auto repair, whatever your city is, and you pop to the top of the search engine results pages because of your good SEO. Yep. And
you got some great strategies that I really want to talk about. I think we can learn a lot from you. Your company is Rockstar Marketing.
Yep. Sure is, because I'm a bona fide, certified, Grammy-qualified rock star. It's true.
I know. Well, hopefully we get to that story at the end. But when you and I were kind of preparing for this, you said, I asked you what your passion was, and you said creating a ripple of joy in the work to help shop owners.
Yep.
Wow.
I even have, I know the audience cannot see me, but I have a little necklace that says create joy on it, because that is what I do. I create a ripple effect of joy. And it's because I love what I do. And I know that the shop owners that I work with and do marketing for, they love what they do. And when we share their story, it helps connect emotionally with the people who want to work with them. And so the story that I always share is, okay, we create really great SEO content and attract their tribe, their ideal clients to their business. And then that person goes into the shop owner and their team, they fix the car, and they are creating the ripple effect of joy, because now that person can go back out in the world with their car and they can go do what they're doing. So we're just being joyful. And it sounds really cheesy, I know, but it's a good place to be because everyone wants to be drinking my joy juice. Okay,
so we want to relate to our ideal customer. And if you sat down with me and I owned a shop, it's Carm's shop, and I said, Jennifer, I'd love you to work with me, what would you start wanting to know about me and my company?
Well, when we do an SEO interview, interviewing our clients, which actually takes about 2 hours because we only ask 2 questions, but they're so open-ended that we want people to really tell their whole story. But we ask 2 questions. What makes you special and unique? And who is your target demographic? And we find out the most amazing stories from these shop owners. How did they get started? Were they sitting down on grandpa's knee playing with, the lawnmower, taking it apart? Were they into racing cars when they were in high school? Were they feeling like they were a school flunky, but they really felt like they were gifted in auto repair?
And all of this is important.
Very, because that's what allows you to find the people who share your values and who resonate. I mean, I'm so fortunate that I get to work with the top 10% auto repair shops in the country. And these folks are hard workers. They're passionate about great customer service and the good quality work that they do.
And you want that story to shine through their SEO.
That's right.
So if I type in, I live in the town of Springville, if I type in auto repair in Springville, you're going to pull the magic off so that I get on that first, or out of the organic page or the first page in Google. But when I go to my site, what can you do to get that story told?
Oh, we're telling your story throughout every single page that we write. We build often 90 pages of content, and it's all telling your story throughout. And every content page is completely unique. See, what helps shop owners is when we can differentiate them amongst the competition. And everyone's doing quality, honest work, reliable service, good brake repair, we're affordable. Like how many times do you hear the shops say the same things over and over and over again? But really, when people know your backstory and they see that there is a lot of passion and a love and blood, sweat, tears that have gone into your business, they respect you and they know, hey, this is a company I can really trust. These are people that really want to take care of their customers, and I want to be with them because I know they're going to take good care of me. And not every shop, but the majority of shops that we work with, their target demographic are women. And women want to make sure that they're going to be not taken advantage of, treated fairly, and that their car is going to be safe.
So, you're writing content that focuses on what the women want to read or hear.
Yep. We're writing for the sisterhood. That's right. We are not gearheads ourselves. We are mostly women that work for Rockstar Marketing. We used to call ourselves the Goddess Squad, but we do have Michael, and we don't want to emasculate him, so we're the Rockstar Squad. But when we're all girls, we're the Goddess Squad, and we write for the sisterhood.
Tell me about what your customers say about what you write for them. Patrick McHugh, for example.
Love him.
From Bimmer Rescue. A great guy. In fact, I talked to him this week. And he says, I hear you're going to interview Jennifer. Please go out to the website, read all of the about us and the biographies and stuff. That's her work. Carm, it has really made a difference for me. So here it's was a testimonial that I wasn't even looking for. He likes what you do. What makes it special?
Well, it's their story. It's their voice. I mean, who doesn't love hearing their own story told back to them, right? It's like when we go on Facebook.
Wait a minute. What you're saying is if I was working with an SEO company or a website company and they'll say, write your bio and send it to me. You're trying to say, Carm, all respect, your bio may not.
Well, you're too close to it.
And I don't know the right words. I don't know how to stitch this and thread the story.
Well, also, too, you know what's a really kind of like interesting side effect is they don't know us before the interview. They know a little bit about us. Oh, okay, rockstar marketing, great reputation. They write great content. Okay. But really, we feel like we're best friends with them by the end of the interview because we've just really gone through their story so much. And we're totally fallen in love with them. We are so enthusiastic. Sometimes I think because people get stuck in the doldrums of the day-to-day business, they forget why they started the business in the first place. And they rediscover what they were passionate about and fall in love with their business again. There was a customer who was not auto repair related, but it's just a great story. It was a customer in Kentucky who owns Central Brace and Prosthetics. And he was creating prosthetics for people who have lost their limbs due to diabetes or accidents or military veterans. And the story, it was interesting. I found out from the website guy who was in the room with him, because I'm doing everything over the phone and I couldn't see the client, but he was retelling his story and there were tears rolling down his face. He was remembering why he got into the business. And I believe that because he's in such a difficult emotional industry where people have lost limbs and they're angry, he was like, wow, well, there's this really great success story about this veteran who lost his leg and now he's running marathons again and now he's mentoring others.
And he had something to do with that.
Yeah. And so even though that's not auto-related, we are telling the story that is so unique to the business. And we're just reigniting that passion, that spark. And because we're so excited to hear their story, and you, the business owner, you're like bored with it. You've lived with it your whole life. But we're like, yay, cheerleaders.
But Jennifer, I guarantee you've discovered many shop owners who are doing great philanthropic things for the community.
Phenomenal.
Okay, so that ends up becoming threaded into the story. Here's my question. Do people love to go to the About You page? I find repair shop in Springville, New York. I click on Carm's Garage. There's the website. There's the menu bar. How many people click on About You?
Actually, I am very fortunate that I get to see the Google Analytics for a lot of shops, and a lot of people are indeed going to About Us.
That's where, in Patrick's sense that he said that you wrote a great About You pages for us, it really got to the heart of what they do, what they're passionate about. And he says he couldn't have done it. You wrote a great thing.
But it's also, the story is also on the homepage, also on the Honda page, also on the brake repair page. That story is embedded in every single page. So though About Us, and the reason why he loves the About Us page, and same thing with the other clients, if they have a sense of humor, we also join them on the sense of humor. And so we'll come up with funny little bios, which is why it's so entertaining. But we're matching the personality of the shop owner.
You're exposing the culture of the business.
Yes, I am.
And you're discovering what that is. You're doing a deep dive into the culture.
And it's so much fun.
I imagine it is. It's about as much fun as I have interviewing.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. Amazing. You've always counted on Moog to keep you ahead of the pack when it comes to chassis innovation. Well, they've done it again. Most recently launched is the Moog ball joint with a pre-installed integral dust boot. It's designed exclusively for compression-loaded suspension systems, providing superior strength and durability for these types of vehicle applications. The dust boot is made from higher-strength materials and comes pre-installed, saving you time because it's easier to install. It also has a larger contact area against the stud, which makes a more effective seal. For your customers, the unit uses Moog's powdered metal gusher bearing that provides longer life and controlled radial and axial movement. You get the industry's leading coverage of 10,000 SKUs, including 4,600 for foreign applications. Hey, you've been installing Moog confidently for years, and now you know why. Know why you install Felpro, the gaskets professionals trust? Every part that goes into a Felpro box is validated and approved by a Felpro engineer. Product testing and validation is an integral part of Felpro's engineering, manufacturing, and field testing, where vehicles undergo tests that log over 1 million miles every year. They also reach out to you, the pro, through technology blogs and their technical forums to listen, learn, and keep in touch with you. It's amazing to think that Felpro produces over 325,000 gaskets per day. That's 325,000 per day in their 1 million square foot facility in Skokie, Illinois. Under the same roof, engineering and manufacturing uphold Felpro quality, utilizing 4,500 active production tools with tooling tolerances to 5 microns. Now that's smaller than a human hair. A tight tolerance like that ensures the sealing ability of Felpro gaskets. And their own in-house chem lab develops proprietary formulations like PermaDry Plus to produce 35,000 molded rubber sealing components every day. Plus, with Felpro, you get coverage from 1955 of 96% of all domestics and 93% of all import vehicles. So feel confident that with new engines and new technologies, Felpro will be there with innovative solutions to solve your customers' sealing problems. Felpro, the gaskets professionals trust. Go to felpro-only.com for more information. So, customers for life, you're trying to build the connection so that we can grow customers for life. Do you ever give advice to the shop owner that says, listen, we're doing all this stuff. I heard all this. We're writing this. You love it. We're going to put it up on your site. Now, you've got to behave like that. You've got to come across to the public like that.
Right.
Your persona on the web needs to match the persona inside.
Exactly.
Do you ever work with people in getting them to make that better?
Well, you know what's kind of cute is because we're fortunate enough to talk to the top 10% shops in the country, we know all the really cool extra customer service stuff that they're doing. So, for example, I was doing an SEO interview with Levi Johnson, and he was listening to me talk about how John Epstein of John's Auto Care in San Diego, we love John Epstein, Napa Technician of the Year, 2016. Anyway, he has dog treats, and he has a toy chest for the kids. And so we sometimes will share what some of the other clients are doing. And just this week, I got an email from Levi Johnson. He says, Jen, I just wanted to let you know we took your advice. We started putting cookies on the front seat of the car, and we also have water bottles with our logo on it, and I just wanted to show you. And he sent me this picture of this adorable little bag with their logo and 3 big old cookies, and the customer loves that stuff. So yeah, I don't share everyone's secret sauce, but I do share some ideas of what other shops are doing, and it allows, if it matches their personality, because not every shop wants to go out and put cookies on the some are like the no frills, but they're really into, say, driving 20 miles to go pick up a customer's car, bring it back to the shop, fix it, and then deliver it to them at no extra cost. So everyone's got their thing.
John Epstein, been on the podcast, great guy, and he's told a lot of those great stories of what he does that are very unique and interesting. And again, the greatest thing about what the podcast does and what networking does is that you find a great idea, steal it shamelessly, and implement it and make it yours and take ownership in it. You had told me, Jennifer, that people are finding their tribe because of what you are doing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We all like to surround ourselves with like-minded people, correct? And when someone is calling your shop, we tend to go through a pre-qualification. Are they the right fit for us? For example, if you are a high-end, high-level service shop, you are not necessarily looking for a customer who is looking for the cheapest pricing, correct? And you can pretty much sort them out through, oh, can I get an estimate? What? It's not only $10? Okay, bye. But when people are looking online, they are typing into their mobile devices, because let's face it, they've got their PCs at home, but then most of the time they're on a mobile device. And they are typing it in, and so people are looking at the reviews. Okay, how many positive reviews do they have? Is it a lot of positive reviews? Great. Okay, well, let me check out their website. Okay, their placement on the SERPs pages is good. SERPs meaning search engine results page. And so the placement's good. Let me check them out. Oh, wow. Oh, nice looking website. Okay, that's nice. Oh, look, the About Us page. Oh, this guy's a Washington Redskins fan? Well, that's cool. I can forgive him. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but you know what I mean? It's just, you find the people who are like-minded. And so, for example, if you are a German auto shop, then, you want to find the people that are looking for the best BMW repair, the best Mini repair, the best Mercedes repair. But, if they're a Toyota driver and you're a German facility, well, then guess what? They're not your tribe, right? Or for example, I've got a couple of clients. In fact, Patrick McHugh is one of them, Bimmer Rescue. He's part of his Le Mans racing, Lemons. And my husband's creating a really awesome logo for him right now. But anyway, if you can relate to people who are into Le Mans racing, where you're only spending $500 on a junker car and racing it around and seeing if you can win, I mean, it's just hilarious, right? So, or if you know that somebody is going to the same church as you, or if you know that you're connecting with the people who are really involved with the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and you're wanting to include the girls and the boys in your car care clinics so you can help those kids grow up to be the next technician, the next auto repair shop owner, the next service.
My tribe, my followers, my people who share the same likes, dislikes, values,
Exactly.
all of that.
Yeah, all that. And a bag of chips.
Which is why you're so keen on a lengthy SEO search. I guess you call it an SEO search, but I want to know everything that makes you tick. I mean, basically, you're saying I want to write an autobiography on you in 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so then when you sit down with all that data, then you could start writing and create that persona, this
Yes,
real, live,
correct.
honest, trustworthy, transparent persona through words. And again, if they're funny, you make it humorous. Have you ever found someone that's so damn serious that you couldn't write for them?
No, never. In fact, it's kind of cool. We've actually had a couple of clients who, their exterior persona is very measured, very quiet, but because of the nature of our interview, and they'll say something, and we'll be like, "Really? You're a private pilot? Tell me more. What are you flying?" "Oh, I fly a Mooney." "Why are you flying a Mooney versus a Cessna or a Piper?" "Well, because it's like the BMW of planes and it has retractable landing gear." "Really? Oh, tell me more. How long have you been doing that?" We are learning so much. We found this one gentleman, he was a finance advisor for his church because he says, "Do you know that they talk about finance in the Bible about 1,300 times? And so I feel it is my goal to help people grow their financial acumen through my teachings of the Bible." I'm like, that's awesome. And this is one of the quietest guys you'll ever meet.
And that was your discovery. Yeah. Did you actually get the client and
I sure did.
write?
Oh, yeah.
And when he read it, he said, "You nailed me."
Exactly. Yeah, we wrote a whole blog article on what he does with financial counseling through his church. It's like the coolest thing. We've got some clients who do these really amazing cruise-ins where they prepare hot dogs and hamburgers, and they'll have all the people in the community, like part of the Corvette Club, the Car Collectors Club. They all just kind of come in, and it's just one of those community events where they just have everyone cruise in, hang out, talk about cars, and it's a community outreach, but it's also an excellent way of keeping their business top of mind with the clients.
You want people to learn to love me. Is love a factor in how you write?
Very much so. We totally, and I love that you bring that up, actually. We write with love. And that is why I think that people are lining up. We have a long list of clients who want to work with us because when you eat food that was made with love and it tastes better, that's what we do with what we write.
Love is, I like to bring it up occasionally on the podcast to our rough and rugged independents out there. And I say, it's a verb. We care for each other. And that's good culture in a business. And you're attempting to get the persona of the owner, the business, the culture set out in a way that people want to make this my shop. I love going there. I mean,
Exactly.
you're driving a mindset, an emotional connection, a relationship that I guess typical or normal writers, and I'm not trying to single you out as much, but I think your approach is novel, different.
Thank you.
And do you sit down with certain clients and they say, "No, Jen, can't do this," or "Jen, you just opened my eyes to something I never thought about"? What happens?
It's so magical. I feel like we just become really good friends with these people, and we fall in love with them because everybody, even when someone says to me, "Oh, I don't have anything to tell you. I don't have a great story." I'm like, no, everyone has a great story. And we all want to connect. I mean, I think what it is that you're too close to your own story. But when you're telling your story with somebody else, and we really, again, it sounds cheesy, but we're helping you and we're helping us learn more about you. And it really is a love process. And I don't know, there's something beautiful and very godlike about it. It's like, wow, I really am all that. We kind of help you through revisiting your story. We help you see how far you've come, all the triumphs that you've made, all the growth that you've done, what your future is going to look like. I mean, it's exciting. So we connect emotionally, and then guess what? The content goes up on the websites. And guess what? After like 6 months, six months tends to be like the magic time where the clients can really see it. But because we've infused so much heartfelt emotion into the writing, they start seeing their numbers improve. And 2017, I had a record number of clients telling me that they had their record year, and it was because of the content that we wrote. Joe Sievert, located here in Kansas City, I-70 Auto Service, he was like, Jen, the fleet repair page that you wrote me brought me a $10,000 project. That more than paid for what we paid for you to do. Please keep going.
How do you make fleet sexy?
Yeah, right? And we do. We make fleet sexy.
I love it.
We make hybrid sexy. We make brake repair sexy.
So wait, what you're saying is you're in a danger zone if you're trying to do it yourself. If you're trying to build your own website, write your own words.
It's
kind of a danger zone today, isn't it?
So to be fair, 15 years ago, when I was building a website for my parents' electrical contracting business, I could build the entire thing myself on like Microsoft Page, was it? I can't even remember the software. It was so old ago. But the thing is that website technology really has become very developed and advanced. And now you really do need a team, and you need an excellent website agency.
But the SEO piece, I'm not sure we all as an industry appreciate how critical it is to get that right.
Oh, it's very critical. And also, too, a lot of people, you're right, I am unique. I am the unique one in the mix, because a lot of SEO companies are like, keywords, but a story is so important.
But keywords are critical. They really are.
Extremely.
If I'm going to work on a Honda and I'm going to do this kind of repair, they need to be in and through my site so that they get picked up by the Google bots somehow, right?
Yes.
But what you're saying is the articles that are written, or the paragraphs that are written in all of the other pages, the biographies on the text, the About Us page, the philanthropy page, they get picked up too. Those are critical. But if you're typing in auto repair in Springville, New York, that will not connect to the stuff you're writing, will it?
Well, it gets you there. And then when you start reading and start seeing.
It gets me there. It gets me a rank.
It gets you there.
It gets me there.
Yes.
I see.
And so how we make it unique is, it's an art and a science, really. So the science is the SEO, but the art is telling the story. And we blend both beautifully.
Wow, I learned a lot. Now, you're here at Vision teaching fishing for millennials, attracting with SEO. Now, without giving the entire half-day seminar, whatever you're doing, give me a couple of bullet points. What's that going to be about?
I open up like a book and I share everything that I do. I share the magic so you can do it yourself. Now, will you have the tenacity to write 90 pages yourself that are all completely unique content? Well, that remains to be seen. But I really am. I'm an open book. Everything that I do, I love sharing a knowledge because I have an abundance mentality. Nobody can take away the magic that I provide. So what we're going to do in that class is we're going to explain what it is that we do, and we're going to have the class members actually interview each other and write their own content. We're going to have them actually do the work. Everyone who attends my class is going to be able to go home with a fresh new web page for their website.
So find out about your partner, the person sitting to your left, interview them, and you're asking them to actually write a paragraph on it?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have them write a page. So, in fact, I've been thinking about how do I want to do this? But we're going to have them interview each other, and then, so I interview you, you interview me, and then I take my notes, I give it back to you, and then you're going to be writing your story based off of it, because you're going to see notes taken from a new perspective.
I'm writing the bullets.
Right.
Okay.
And then you hand it back to me, because that's my
you may
story.
Look at that and say, that is right about me. I forgot about that. Because when I get a chance to talk about me, it's easier to talk about me than it is to write about me.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, it is. And a lot of people, also too, let's face it, I tell this to all my clients. This always gets a laugh. I drive a Mini Cooper Countryman, love my car. And I can write about brake repair all day, but I cannot open up the latch to my hood. I can't even open up my car. Like, how much of an idiot am I? But I'm a really good writer. And I know that the people that I'm bringing my car to and the people that I work with are excellent problem solvers and engineers and technicians, and they are phenomenal. And there's no way that I could do an oil change like they can. And sometimes they're like, Jen, I didn't feel comfortable in school, and writing my own stuff is painful. Could you do it for me? Of course. It's what I do, and it's what I love to do.
Give me the millennial hook in the class. Now, I see we're writing about each other, but why the millennial in the title? What's the difference about reaching out to millennials?
I love millennials because they are so... I can do this. That their attitude is, I can do this, because they have, and I'm picking up my iPhone right now, they have their phones right here attached to them like an umbilical cord, and they have knowledge of the world in their fingertips. They no longer have to ask their friends what they think. They can immediately go online and find out what the world thinks about something. I mean, how many times have you wanted to go to a restaurant? If you're hanging out with a person who's under 30, chances are they've already Yelped that restaurant, and they're guiding you toward the best restaurant in the area because, oh, this one looks really good, as opposed to, where I'm in my 40s. Sometimes, like, I'm not always thinking like a millennial. I'll just drive down the street going, oh, there's an Outback. Cool. It's right here. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So millennials are used to searching for answers before they make a decision, and they are bright, then they are smart, and they are not to be fooled. And so when you have your website built to attract them, then you've got your pipeline full of new customers.
There's the word, attract them. Give me a tactic that you would use to attract them in your writing. Is it that are you writing for boomers and Gen X's and Gen Y's? I mean, what is there different wording that the generations want to see or hear or read?
That's an excellent question. No, I don't really use different wording. I think the fact that we're telling the story is so right up there with the way
is
millennials think.
Is the story important to a millennial? Millennial's going to research and says, I need a battery, so a battery in my hometown, and hopefully SEO puts me near the top. They click on me. They may go to a coupon page. They may go to an About Us page. And is that where you're trying to attract them? I mean, where are you trying to attract a millennial who is the tech-savvy person that's going to a shop's website? What's the magic to attract a millennial to the site?
Good question. Okay, really, it's more than just the website. It's having a Facebook presence. It's having a Twitter presence. It's having a Google Plus presence. It's having a YouTube channel. It's being on all the digital networks that are accessible, right? So we're writing for every single age group, and more specifically, we're writing for the target demographic of that client. So not every client that I work with wants millennials because usually they're broke. But not all millennials are broke. Some of them are driving BMWs. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that when you have your website filled with your story, you naturally are going to attract the millennials who are getting older and who are getting better jobs and who have more money and are soon going to be your people in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and be with you their whole lifetime. But like John Epstein, who gives the toys from his little toy chest to the kids, who are the ones asking mom and dad to go back to John's Auto Care in San Diego? Well, it's because the kids got a toy and they want a new toy. So guess what? The kids are the ones getting the parents to go in for an oil change. You got to keep your pipeline full. So you have to make sure that your marketing is tailored toward the people who are online.
Good. Thank you. What did you learn from Zig Ziglar?
Well, I started, my backstory. So my parents belonged to Amway when I was a kid. Remember Amway?
Oh, yeah.
We were always listening to Zig Ziglar tapes. And I think it's because of that, I'm a sales marketing person, because I have been listening to him and Power of Positive Thinking and Make a Wish Board, and I've been doing wish boards ever since I was little. So at the time, at age 6, I wanted my dad, who's a very talented electrical contractor, to build me my dream playhouse. So I had architectural sketches of my playhouse, and of course my parents are rolling their eyes at me like, oh God, this kid.
at a young age.
But yeah, I have always been a fan of Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and Lisa Nichols and Mike Dooley, and Simon Sinek is my current guy that I just, Simon Sinek, The Power of Why, and Daniel Pink, and all these thought leaders who are, I don't know. And also to the guy who wrote Storybrand. I brought the book with me, and I'm going to show it off in
and
class.
it just arrived at my house too.
Yay!
Miller, maybe.
I think so. Anyway, Storybrand.
Yeah, Storybrand.
And I brought
it just arrived Friday, a couple days before I left.
Yeah, but all these folks have a different way of presenting it. But really, it's what is the magic of sales? Well, it's making people think it was their idea, partly, and it's connecting with people emotionally. So I guess I was just born to do what I do.
I interviewed Zig Ziglar's son, Tom Ziglar.
Did you really?
Yes, along with Barry Barrett. Just go to my site.
Barry Barrett.
Just go to my site. Type
He's
in
amazing.
Barry Barrett or
we
Tom.
work with his brother, Mike Barrett.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
Tom Ziglar, and it was a great interview. He said he would come back, and I do have plans this year yet to bring Tom back and finish our episode. Actually, not finish our episode, but finish the talking points that we had created and worked together on. So, Jennifer, rock star, you had mentioned way at the offset, Grammy winning.
Grammy qualifying.
Grammy qualifying. Okay, I got that. And that kind of was the impetus to get you to name the company. So can you give us just a little insight into that?
Sure. So here's the story. I was working as marketing director for a construction company before the 2008 recession. And at the time, I was also promoting my music. So because of my marketing position with this company, I was learning all about MySpace. Remember MySpace? And Facebook was the new thing, and Twitter was brand new. And I was really getting deep into social media because that was how I was promoting my music, my videos, doing all my thing. And I became this social media expert, this guru. And when the recession did hit, I told the owner of the construction company, you know what? I'm going to start my own marketing business. That way you're not sinking your ship with, another executive on your team. I can go off and do this myself. So in 2009, I started Rockstar Marketing. And my very first auto repair shop client is Robert's. It was Robert's Auto Repair. He's changed his branding to Robert's Collision Repair in Monterey. And we met through the Chamber of Commerce in Monterey. I live in Monterey, California. And Robert said, well, my website company needs me to have a blog. Can you write blogs for me? Sure. So because he's a very high-end auto body shop, we treated, and he has some really great equipment, such as infrared drying process for painting. Whenever a car goes in for auto body work, instead of waiting all day for the paint to cure, it takes 2 hours. So we started writing like, it's the car spa. Take your car to the car spa and let it get a pedicure or a manicure, or like hydrate it, like coolants. So like we had all these, like give it a facial, which is like detailing. So like we would take the car and make it like a person, and it was kind of fun.
Did it work?
It did, because Brian Fikes, who owns Zenergy Works, which was the website agency at the time, he said, wow, I really like how you write, and you're fun and you're funny, and can you write for other clients? And it was because of Robert Wiesenberg of Robert's Collision Repair in Monterey working with Zenergy Works that I was a contractor who started working for their clients, and I was doing the content for auto repair shops. So I have been writing for auto repair shops since 2009, and me and my team, we've literally written for over 300 shops, and I'm proud to say that every single page is unique.
I think it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
It does, but everybody has a different story.
Yes, which is how we are able to do what we do, because everybody's different.
You regret that you went out and worked on your own?
No, not at all.
Do you have an entrepreneurial spirit?
I do. I remembered when I was in college and I was going to be a high school history teacher, and my parents who...
Wait a minute, you were going to be because you wanted to be? Or
I wanted to be a teacher, and then I started teaching middle school, and I realized I didn't really like children that much. I always have a joke that teaching middle school was the best form of birth control ever, so I don't have kids today because I taught them. But I've always been a teacher, and when I'm not a marketing person, I teach dance. My husband and I teach West Coast swing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I hear that's the toughest form of country to learn.
It is one of the most difficult. It's a level 4 dance. It's right up there with Argentine tango.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy the other
day.
day. We were with a group that loves country, and he says, "Damn, I just can't get that West Coast swing down." He said, and what he said to me, he said, "It's really hard for a guy." Is it true? Is it true?
It's very true. It's very true because you're figuring out where the beat of the music is. You're figuring out what kind of patterns. It's like playing chess. You have to kind of plan ahead of time 3 moves before you do them, and then you need to know what foot is she on.
But is that the one that goes in a circle?
Actually, East Coast swing is the one that goes in a circle. West Coast swing is very much like a slot, like a traffic lane. Yeah, and it's so much fun. So yeah, we dance competitively. In fact, we just got back from Maui, teaching and enjoying a wonderful dance weekend in Maui with some friends.
Nice
yes.
perk.
Life is good.
Wow. Jennifer Filzen, rock star marketing here at Vision 2018. So glad you came by.
I'm delighted. I just adore you, and I listen to your podcast all the time. You are the most amazing interviewer, and your people. And I am so honored to be part of the Cool Kids Club. To know that I am here with these luminaries, I'm amazed and delighted.
You are now in the podcast alumni.
Yay! Yay me!
Hey, thanks, Jennifer Filzen. How much fun was that? Thanks for sharing your passion and for the advice on Millennials. Find Jennifer's bio and the show's talking points at remarkableresults.biz/E323. You know, I love it when you write. You got an idea for a guest or a subject we need to cover in the Town Hall Academy? Are you interested in telling your story? Well, drop me a line at carm@remarkableresults.biz or head over to the contact page on the website. You know, by listening and learning just one thing, you help drive the quality content provided each week. I'm so glad to have your support.
Thanks for being on board to listen and learn from the premier automotive aftermarket podcast. Until next time.